welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we decided to do like a get ready with us while we tell Halloween stories.
So join us in how we got this look ready.
So I'm not an expert at doing my makeup, but so don't judge me for doing my makeup because you're about to see how I do it. And let's get started. These scary stories.
Alright guys, so I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I have two, well not even, I have one scary story, but I do have a funny scary story that I wanted to share. So when me and Damaris were little, like how, I guess for the people that don't know, what's the age difference, like 3, 4?
I think like 4.
Okay, so like right when you're older, you know, 4 years doesn't seem like a long time, but when you're little, you know, 4 years makes a difference. So anyways, me and Damaris were little. We lived in I think we lived like
Fayetteville.
Yeah,
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
yeah, we lived in Fayetteville. And so at that time Damaris was like, you know, an older sister, which means like she would boss me around a lot, and just like, you know, that kind of older sister. And so when I was a little girl, one time I told her, I don't even know where I got this idea, to be honest.
This girl terrified me.
So one day I was just like, Dee, I see dead people. And I was like, there's 2 little kids living in the house, and they told me to tell you that if you don't stop, they're gonna come for you. Like something like that. I don't remember.
And
exactly
I believed her. I was so scared. She's like, oh, like they're saying if you're mean to me, they're going to come and get you. And I would do everything she said because I was scared. I don't have any really scary stories to like tell, like personal scary stories. I've never had like any paranormal activity happen to me or anything like that. You know, I mean, just growing up, you hear a lot of crazy stories, you know, for Halloween and everything. But I just want to tell another funny story while we're talking about funny stories.
Yeah, funny scary stories before we get scared.
Yeah. It's like when I went to my trip in DR, there was these people that we met. And you know, we just had such a good time with them and everything, and here I was a little, you know, tipsy, and I think that I am this fortune teller, and I just decide that I'm gonna hit them with reading their signs. And it was actually really funny because one of the guys is an Aquarius, and Ally over here is an Aquarius. So I know an Aquarius when I see one. And so he was like, oh, I'm an Aquarius. I'm sitting there telling him everything I know about my sister, and he's believing that I am.
No, but tell him what you tell the story the way you tell.
Okay, so the way I told Ally the story is that, so I'm like,
with the trenza.
Oh yeah, so I have my braids, you know, and everything, and I'm like,
long ass braids, like long.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm like the elements of the beach, the sand, the water. I was like, you know, like reading them and going like this, and it was just so funny because they sat there and believed everything I said.
Brujeria.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the real scary story. I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts. I don't know what you guys believe in. So I guess the topic is like controversial, but this is what happened to me personally. So a long time ago, I don't remember how old I was, to be honest, but I was a little girl, and we went to go visit my older sister, and she lived in these apartment. It was an apartment or a town?
It was an apartment.
It was an apartment. And we went to go visit her, and already I think I remember hearing that like things were happening in that apartment, but nothing ever like happened to me, you know, until one day I was with my mom and we stayed over, and we were like in the living room, and we were sleeping, and I just remember like we had like thin white cover sheets And I just remember, like, it was in the middle of the night, and the way that her layout is that, like, the living room is right here, and then, like, right in front of the living room is, like, the kitchen, like, you know how apartments are, and then there's, like, a counter in the kitchen, like, just like a regular counter. And so for some reason, I just remember waking up that night. I don't remember why, but I just woke up and I sat up. And then I just like turned to the kitchen and I see this boy there, and he's like all burned and naked. And like the reason why I know he's naked because he didn't have a shirt, but like because he was on the counter, I couldn't like, you know, see anything else. And I just remember like just seeing him, and like when I look over at him, he like just turned his head to me, and then I literally like grabbed my sheets and I put them over my head.
Oh my gosh,
and then,
I would have died.
And I think that the reason I didn't die it was because I was so little. I feel like when you're so little, you don't even know how to react. I don't even think I told my mom the next morning. Like I think my body was just in shock, and I remember just putting the covers over my head, and then just holding my mom, and then that's it. Like I was just like, it's gonna go away, it's gonna go away. And I honestly never even checked to look. I just had the covers over my head the whole time until the next morning. And then that's when I found out that like you know, like things were happening in the apartment, and actually there were like multiple things happening, and everybody always said it was a boy.
Yeah, like my sister, she lived in those apartments, and she told us like things that would happen to her. Like she would be in her room sleeping, and she could feel something like come on top of her, like a person. And when she would like kind of like, you know, take the sheet off, and she could hear them like go shh, shh, shh. And then when she would take the covers off, like there was nothing there. And it was just like so many stories that my sister like told us there. And apparently like she said that she had this friend that like came to visit her, and she was like in touch with the afterlife apparently. And she told my sister sometimes ghosts follow me, and so I think that she must have left like a soul there. And all these crazy stuff was happening. I mean, you know, I don't know, you know, I never experienced anything while I went to those apartments, but both of my sisters did. I do love Halloween. I do love like the spooky vibes, scary stories, as long as, you know.
Would you ever go to like a graveyard like on Halloween?
See, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just too old to be trying to live my life like that, you know? Like, I just don't think that I need to have that kind of adrenaline in my life anymore. I'm good. It's like I'm not gonna.
The whole point of why we're getting ready and talking about Halloween stories and everything is because we're gonna do a Halloween look. This is my color wig, purple, and Damaris got blue.
I have blue right here.
A nice, beautiful blue. And we're gonna do a quick Halloween look, like, you know.
Just a fun, quick Halloween look. We're kind of just winging it at this point. We don't have anything specific.
Yeah, I just know that, like, with that color wig, I want, like I said,
dramatic.
You guys. Yeah, dramatic. Like, oh, I like that. I already like that. That's cute. That's cute.
Thank you.
So what's your favorite Halloween movie of all time? Of all time.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. My favorite Halloween movie of all time, because I just have so many. I mean, there's just so many classics.
All right, name like top 2. You only get 2.
I just literally, I've probably watched every single Halloween movie. I mean, like scary movie that there is. But I would have to say that I really like the one where it's like Freddy versus Jason. I really enjoyed that one. That was my favorite movie. And then I would just have to say, I don't know if it's really scary, but I just really, really love it. Scream, like all those Scream movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and if I could have one more scary movie, I like the Saw movies. Like, those are like my favorite. I'm going in on my hair. I've never really like ever really put a wig with the cap, so we'll see.
No, I know, me neither. I'm about to see how this goes. I just wanted to do like,
alright guys, I'm going for like a little rock star look, like a little, you know.
You got it?
Yeah, I think I got it now.
I'm like,
why do I need to put that blue lipstick on?
yeah? I mean, if you feel like you do, put it on. You're like, it's calling me.
It's calling my name. What should my name be? Okay, yeah. Oh, the pretty woman vibes.
Okay, guys. So this is the finished look. We're gonna go change really quickly and we'll be right back.